Good afternoon. It is Friday, November 22nd, 2019. I'm in Toledo, Ohio. Just flew in on American from Boston Logan, connecting to Charlotte. Long connection, 3 hours in Charlotte, and not exactly the most on-the-way place to connect, but the price was good. First flight, really good. I had only one other person in the row with me, so the middle seat was empty. It was awesome. And then just good crew. Also fell asleep during the drink service, and when I woke up, the flight attendant came up to me just to make sure I didn't want anything to drink or nothing. So that was a great flight. The 3-hour layover in Charlotte, and then kind of a crappy flight. It was CRJ7 from Charlotte to Toledo on American. And the one flight attendant was an old, grumpy lady. And it was the bumpiest landing I have ever had. I almost wanted to ask the pilot on the way off the plane if he got certified yesterday. But anyhow, I'm here, I'm safe, and I flew into the Toledo Express Airport. I'm in the Menards parking lot right now, which if you know me or watch these videos, that's a place I absolutely love. Haven't gone in yet, and I don't think I am because I have to get to something I'm doing tonight, which I'll tell you about in a little bit. But I'll probably go to Menards tomorrow morning. So I got the car from Enterprise this time. I cashed in points and got 2 rental days for free. And the lowest point total category that was available, they had full-size cars with the lowest point total for 2 days. Less points than economy for some reason. I usually get the economy because it's cheap on gas. But ended up with a Dodge Charger, which it's kind of a cool car. It's fun to drive so far, but I hope the gas mileage is okay, because I'm going to be going a few hundred miles on this trip. So I'll tell you about what I'm doing tomorrow a little bit later, but let's focus on today. So I'm going to go see downtown Toledo, which is a few miles from here, and probably get something to eat after that, and then I'll take it from there. So just driving around Toledo, getting closer to downtown, just wanted to give you guys a look at what it's like. Downtown Toledo up ahead. Definitely gotten a good balance so far. Seen a lot of downtown Toledo as well as some parts of Toledo that were more residential and some suburbs because the airport was about 15 miles out. Alright, so I just explored downtown Toledo. Now I'm going to hit up a Dollar Tree because I need a couple quick things, get something to eat, and then I'm going to be heading off to Fort Wayne, Indiana, which is about an hour and 45 minutes from here as I sit in downtown Toledo right now. And the reason I'm doing that is I'm going to a hockey game tonight. The Toledo Walleye are playing the Fort Wayne Komets, and those are 2 of the premier teams in the ECHL. Like, as good as it gets. The Fort Wayne Komets and Toledo Walleye are in the ECHL, 2 notches down from the NHL, which is one of my favorite hockey leagues. The ECHL is really good hockey. But Toledo and Fort Wayne are tops in attendance and fan support. Like Fort Wayne Komets set records for minor league hockey attendance. The Toledo Walleye aren't that far behind. Like, this is the real deal. And I've never seen either of these teams play before. I've seen a bunch of ECHL games, but never in those cities. And just huge rivalry, huge fan bases, and they're only 2 hours apart, so it should be a really exciting atmosphere in there. I'm looking forward to that. So after I hit up Dollar Tree, I'm going to grab a bite to eat, then drive a couple hours to Fort Wayne. Game is at 8 o'clock. It's 2:55 right now. Should be plenty of time. And I will give updates on the way if something interesting happens. And by the way, the reason I chose to fly into Toledo of all places, it had the cheapest fare for this region of the country that I needed to be in this weekend. The hockey game tonight is something that I'm really excited to do and really glad to do, and probably would have traveled to under different circumstances. But the main event is Saturday. I'm not going to tell you about it yet. But to fly into Toledo was cheaper than Fort Wayne, was cheaper than Detroit, was cheaper than South Bend, was cheaper than Chicago, was cheaper than every other place I looked in this region of the country, which is where I need to be for tomorrow's event. But I don't want to detract from today. So let's head off and head towards Fort Wayne. About 10 or 15 miles outside Toledo on the highway towards Fort Wayne. Here's a look at what the scenery looks like. Flat and Midwestern. Alright, it's a little while later. I'm in Fort Wayne. I'm in like strip mall area that has everything. It has Menards, Meijer, Steak and Shake, Dollar Tree, like all kinds of stuff. And I just ate at Steak and Shake. I didn't show you my food because I was ready to eat and I kind of forgot. But now I'm going to go nose around in Menards a little bit because I still have some time to kill before the game. Not sure if you can see the Menards. So I actually have no rush whatsoever because the hockey game's at 8, not 7. So I'm just completely taking my time here. Sat and relaxed for a while and really looking forward to going into Menards. I always come out with something in there. So as always, I did not leave Menards empty-handed. I got a new hat and I got a Realtree camo shirt that's in the back because it was on sale for a pretty good price. And then I got a drink, which is down there somewhere. So it is 6:27. Hockey game's at 8. I'm gonna head off to the arena, and I will talk to you from over there. I'm in the city limits of Fort Wayne, but Fort Wayne is large, the municipality. All of this has been in Fort Wayne already, so it's not too far over to the arena. All right, so I'm in the arena parking lot, but before I talk about any of that, real quick rant. I don't need the friggin' safety features on these newer cars. When I was just backing into this parking space, because keep in mind, this is a car I'm not familiar with. I'm not real familiar with how it handles or how it parks, because I only have been driving it for the last 3 hours. That's it. And I like to open the driver's door and poke my head out and look behind me when I'm backing up. And this fucking car automatically shifts into park when you open the door. And I thought it was broken because I was pressing the gas and nothing was happening. I didn't know what the heck was wrong. And I finally figured it out that it was just some stupid fucking safety feature. Anyway, alright, so I'm at the game. Let me show you the arena. I'm sitting in the parking lot. I'll get a closer up shot when I get out of the car. $6 to park here, and it's not downtown. It's out by like shopping centers and stuff. It's just a standalone arena building surrounded by parking lots with no other reasonable parking options without, walking a really long ass way. So this was really the only place to park. $6. I'll talk about that later. I think I'm going to do a separate video and review the whole experience. So yeah. so I'm not sure if you can hear me. Hopefully you can. I'm all the way in the upper deck, the very top row, all by myself, but that is on purpose. That's what I wanted. After I've been traveling all day, it's just the most relaxing thing to stretch out in stadium seats at a game with just nobody around me to just really relax and have room to myself to enjoy the game. So I could have sat anywhere, but I chose to be up here. So parking was $6, like I said, with no other option than the parking lots that surround this building. And the ticket was $13. Where I am up here is the cheapest price zone. So it's $13 for this, which is not too bad. It's pretty reasonable for the low-end tickets. Down low was like, I don't know, I know they had tickets for $29 I saw on the map at the box office window. Which, I mean, $29's a lot for a minor league hockey game. But as long as you have like a cheap seat, I'm happy. Got all this room to myself. So, initial thoughts, the building is absolutely massive. When I was pulling up to it, it was like, whoa, that's it. It's like, from the outside, it looks like the size of an NHL barn. So it's surrounded by shopping centers. There's like strip malls and big box stores all around it. It's not a rural area. It's, you know, it's decently urban, but it is not downtown. There's no office towers or no on-street parking, none of that. So for the league leader, like pretty much, I think every year in attendance, there's not many people here so far. It's still early, it's still 30 minutes before the game. But up here, like I'm sitting here in a stadium seat vlogging and nobody's even looking at me weird because there's nobody around me. So just for sake of the atmosphere and the excitement level, I hope some more people show up. But even if they don't, I got all my space up here. Oh, and I did, on the way into the arena, I did run into the mascot. So I did take one of those mascot selfies with him, which you're never too old for a mascot selfie. Let me tell you that much. There it is. And while we're on the subject, let me also say you are never too old to wear a sports jersey. I heard somebody say once that as soon as you turn 40, you gotta stop wearing a sports jersey. But I say that's a load of bullcrap. If you're a fan, you wear a sports jersey. I don't care how old. I don't care. I don't care if you're 75. Yeah, I think I just like sports more than most people, but you gotta be passionate about something in life. I ain't one of those people who just sits around with no hobbies, no interests. Ah, you heard it all before. I do have a pretty good view of the game. It's better than it looks. Not a bad building at all. Every seat has a seat cushion. And the leg room is, I mean, I'm 5'6", and I'll just let this video speak for itself. So the leg room's not very good, but oftentimes when every seat has a cushion, that's the case. The places with good leg room usually have just the hard plastic shitty seats. So a little more on the arena and the experience so far. The arena just looks absolutely massive from the outside, like I said. Once you get inside, it doesn't feel quite as big, but it's still a very large arena. 2 concourses, lower and upper, like full concourses with concessions and restrooms on each one. And I think there are 3 price levels here, like down here, like this level. was the most expensive, and that was the middle, and then I'm up in the cheap seats. So it's just called Memorial Coliseum. There's not a sponsored name here. And it was one of those older buildings that all the ushers are elderly, which is usually a really good thing. I like places like that because they're usually really friendly and happy to be there and just enjoying being at the game. Now, I don't know here if they're all veterans or not, but oftentimes when that happens, they're veterans. Like Veterans Memorial Coliseums and places. So I'm going to put this away for a little while and enjoy being here without vlogging, but I'll talk to you guys soon. So instead of chuck-a-puck, people are throwing paper airplanes at the target. I can't say I've ever seen that before. They must not give out as many prizes as places that do chuck-a-puck. It looks way harder. right, back in the car after the game. Had a lot of fun. It was not a good game, though. Final score 6-2, Toledo beat Fort Wayne. And the referees didn't help at all. Like, I'm neutral. I flew to Toledo today, and, I'm in Fort Wayne right now. Neither place had I ever been to before today. So I just really wanted a good, close, exciting hockey game. And that just didn't happen. The referees were terrible. They were calling everything. There was no flow to that game. Penalty, penalty, penalty. Alright, so that arena stuff and review that you just saw, I probably won't put the whole thing in this vlog. I'll probably put bits and pieces of it and then the rest of it in the arena review video. But I just finished up reviewing the arena. That's in the other video if you want to see a little bit more than what you just saw in this one. So right now it is 11:17 at night. I'm going to be spending the night at the highway rest area about 13 miles north of Fort Wayne. There was one, which is really convenient to not have to go that far. And I'm going to South Bend, Indiana tomorrow for Boston College Notre Dame football. That's the reason behind this whole trip. Reason I flew to Toledo, like I said earlier, cheapest price I could get with flights and cars combined for this whole region of the country, because I don't mind driving a couple hours. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm a huge BC football fan. I'll touch on that more in tomorrow's video. But for the rest of tonight, I'm gonna go get something to eat and kick back and hang out at the rest area. And yeah, that'll probably be that. I'll make sure I show you what I get to eat this time, though. Alright, it's probably real hard to see, obviously, because it's dark. But I forgot to even mention that I was going to go see downtown Fort Wayne, because that arena's about 3 miles outside of downtown. So I'll just take you guys along with me as I explore downtown Fort Wayne by car. This is definitely bigger and nicer than Toledo so far. I'll do one more loop, kind of getting out of it. I really need to get a phone holder, like a dashboard mount that I can take with me and throw in rental cars to like mount the phone so that I could record frontward video without having to hold it. I have mixed feelings about this rental car, which I'll touch upon later. There's a lot of things I don't like about it and some that I do like. Alright, so I'm going to cut the camera out here. I'll talk to you guys when I'm eating. I'm at the highway rest area on Interstate 69. This is about 13 miles north of Fort Wayne. Really convenient. And it's time to eat. I got Steak and Shake again. I got a triple burger and fries for $4. Great food, great value. Had a couple more cans of soda that I picked up at Dollar Tree earlier, and a bag of chips from Dollar Tree, so that's dinner. So I'm gonna eat and then get some sleep. I'm exhausted. It's 12:41 at night. So I'm going to end this video here. Thank you for watching. I had a great day, and I hope you enjoyed this vlog. So Boston College football on the road at Notre Dame tomorrow. I'll tell you all about that in the next video. So just head on over to that next one.